Good evening. This is CTV News for Thursday, August 4th. I'm Sonia Shrivastava.
And I'm Denise Douglas. Thank you so much for joining us.
Ellicott City continues to clean up following the deadly flood that roared through the historic town. Officials are allowing displaced residents and business owners to access their properties until 7:30 tonight. They say more than 200 vehicles have been fished out of the water, and as Byron Scott reports, there are plenty more still in the river.
As crews climbed down to the river's edge to fish out cars, the curious gathered to see for themselves. They took pictures, they pointed, they used binoculars to get an up-close look of the steel carcasses washed away by the flood. In the mangled mix, a lone egret.
It reminded us of New Orleans, where the cars were marked with an X after they had been searched. And we were shocked to see cars all the way down the river this far.
Trish Romefelt brought her nieces to Ellicott City for the first time just days before the disaster.
And we came back today to just talk about what happened and how it happened and sort of make it a life lesson. You know, do you stay in a car? Do you get out of a car in those situations? Respect for the people and the buildings. And it's been good for them.
5 days after the deadly flood, Jeff Joles found his car. This is it, a 2016 Subaru. He says this is or was his neighbor's Porsche. Joles was too upset to talk on camera.
It's a very quiet place to walk about.
For those who grew up in the area, it's still hard to believe.
To see everything that once was and to see it gone, it's just like a nightmare.
I cried when I found out what happened. Like, I grew up here my whole life. Came here every time, like almost every other weekend, and like seeing all the cars and everything, it's like really devastating to me.
We're standing on the banks of the Patapsco River, and if you take a look at the other side, you see a sewage line over there. Now, that line burst in certain sections, causing millions of gallons of sewage to spill into the river. And now officials are telling people in the area to stay out of the water.
This time of year, you'll have a lot of families that come into State Park and they go into Ilchester, and there's a swinging bridge they can access, and they'll go in and use the park facilities there.
Despite that warning, people took to the water. As for the cleanup, it came to a halt yesterday after it was determined 2 buildings on Main Street would have to be demolished, a setback for a city on the mend.
It'll rebuild. It'll do fine. It's just going to take some time. It's going to take some, I guess, some government money or subsidies and things like that to help fund it, but it should work out fine.
In Ellicott City, Byron Scott, CTV News.
Wow, some amazing pictures there. Meanwhile, police are reporting the arrest of a woman who's accused of stealing liquor from a flood-damaged restaurant. 29-year-old Madeline Scott was charged with theft and assault for allegedly throwing a bottle at the owner when he discovered her.
Meantime, Sonia, to Annapolis now, where the executive and legislative branches are battling over budget obligations for this fiscal year. The Republican governor is refusing to spend $80 million that the Democrat-led General Assembly fenced off for certain programs. The move forces Governor Larry Hogan to spend all or none of it, with revenue estimates $150 million short of projections. The administration has decided to do the latter. Among the money that will not be released is $19 million to help counties cover teacher pension costs and $6 million for aging schools. Hogan says he will move funds around to cover repairs to state buildings and construction of a new public safety communication system. They are upset and they are speaking out. The Maryland State Education Association is criticizing Governor Larry Hogan's decision to withhold $80 million from the fiscal year 2017 budget, $25 million of which is for public schools. Cheryl Bose with the association says the move will negatively affect how students are educated.
This means our students are in overcrowded classrooms. So as a 4th and 5th grade teacher myself, I know it's harder to reach students when there's more in a classroom and really meet the individual needs of our students. In some of our school systems, they've cut back on personnel, and we're dealing with more students in poverty, mental health issues, and things like that. And it really is not making an investment for our students. And everyone here who's a taxpayer wants an investment in our students. And we're disappointed that the governor has the money, has a surplus of money, and is not investing in the students in Maryland, which to us looks like politics instead of really investment.
Last year, Governor Hogan also withheld funding in the budget. He wanted to redirect $68 million from public schools to help shore up the state's pension system.